It has to deal with the issue of whatever everybody said, issue of diversification of the economy. Let me put it on record. The Nigerian economy is well diversified. Oil, as they measure, contributes less than 10% of our GDP. But the problem is that it contributes about 50% of government revenue and about 80% of our foreign exchange earning. Our biggest contributor to our GDP today is agriculture. If you look at our about 180 trillion economy, agriculture contributes about 4 to 1 trillion, which is about 20-something% of that economy. So it is not, it's very diversified. Our trading is contributing over 15%, ICT is contributing over that. So what you need to do, the reason why we are not getting enough or it's not working is that as diversified as they are, they're not productive. You need to increase the level of production.
Yes.
That is the problem. That's what I was talking about agriculture. You can have almost 60% of the arable land uncultivated, and you still, if you're able to invest on the other areas, your manufacturing today is about 9%, it should be about 15%. If you're able to invest in the land, invest in this, and they're able to contribute to export goods. Just imagine if you can feed yourself. We're 220 million. Imagine if you take 1,000 and you can feed yourself. You can move at an average of 1,000 a day. By 1 year, you would triple, you would at least get your contribution of agriculture to about 80 trillion. And that will change the dynamic. So it's a question of how do you ramp up your production. That's why Labour is saying we want to move the country from consumption to production. It is critical when you do it. In terms of how many women serving in government, I keep saying you have to go to and check. Example, we have assured that women and youth will be the engine of our government. And that I have shown an example of how many women who have worked with me as governor. You go and check from deputy governor, chief of staff, commissioner for finance, commissioner for education, commissioner for local government. I can go on and on, our women. So that is given. How many women that serve in government? Issue of being commander-in-chief without having a military experience. Well, if you have checked up the presidents that have known all over the world, including the present Prime Minister of Britain, he doesn't have military experience. You just have to deal with the right people who have that experience, hire them, and if you're commander-in-chief, you have the political will to do the right thing, that's it. God, I will hire you. I will make sure you do the right thing. In terms of oil theft, I've said it openly, and what I'll do everywhere. Devolution of powers to ensure resource control. I have said consistently, I'll move Nigeria from sharing formula to production formula. And I'll show it, because there's so many countries, there's so many states here that cannot continue going the way they're going. Today, we have a problem in Borno State. Borno State is 70.9 thousand square kilometers of land.
Yes.
That is more than Belgium, Israel put together.
Give them the figure.
Yes. Go and check their production in agriculture. Go and check what is happening in Borno State. There are so many things you can do with Nigeria, the vast land in the north. So, the devolution of power and resource control, we will deal with, and we'll deal with it aggressively and ensure. I'm not happy with what is happening in Niger Delta. It's unacceptable. Look at what they're going through. We've exploited their oil over the years. We need to fix it. The remaining resources that are used to fix Niger Delta, while producing resources all over Nigeria, and every part of Nigeria can be a huge resource production center. And that's what Labour intends to do. How do we tackle the issue of IPOB, Boko Haram, on all agitations? I've said repeatedly, I will dialogue with every agitator. there's nothing wrong in agitation. I will consult. Governance in democracy is about consensus. I'll consult, I'll dialogue, I'll meet everybody. Dialogue is normal. Agitation is normal. So we will deal with everybody. We'll make sure we sit down and talk and resolve issues amicably. Issue of power. Issue of power is one that we intend to tackle aggressively. First is that today, Nigeria have installed capacity today of 12,000 plus. And that, even if you produce, it cannot be wheeled because your transmission line can only take about 6,000.
Lecturer.
And that is a problem. And your distribution infrastructure is also weak. First is to upgrade and ensure that I deal aggressively with the transmission and distribution infrastructure to be able to take what we can produce immediately, which is about 12,000.
Yes.
On that, top of that, is to deal with issue of ensuring that those who are in generation today are supported by making sure they get dedicated gas supply with policies that are consistent, and then start dealing with new ones that will come in, including bringing in embedded captive power, anything you can do to ensure renewable energy, to ensure that you ramp up that as quickly as possible. It can be done. We have over 100 million Nigerians without electricity. According to World Bank, it's 90 million, but for me, it's over 100 million. That is unacceptable. So you have to declare war on power. If South Africa with over 50,000 megawatts can declare emergency, we will declare war here in power. In terms of flood control is the simple. I don't know how to describe it. The reason why we have the flood situation we have today, and I thank so many governors who are intervening, including Governor Kowa and what they are doing to manage the situation. But it's something Nigeria can manage and reduce the devastating effects by just dredging. And the silt in all these are rivers. River Niger and River Benue. By working on them, by channeling things properly, by doing dams and everything. If Nile in Egypt can maintain today the Nile and is functional, where they say no Nile, no Egypt, and Nile is 6,650 kilometers long. Nigeria as a country can deal with Niger, River Niger, that is only 4,184 kilometers long. With River Benue that is 1,004. If you bring two of them together, they are still about 1,000 short of Nile. And yet Egypt can deal with it. We can deal with this too. And contracts over the years have been awarded, but people have mismanaged it.
Criminals.
And we will deal with it. I assure you that this situation cannot arise. Even now that is the situation, I will stop everything and go and stay there. When I look at what Bayelsa is going through today, I will be living in Bayelsa as Commander-in-Chief with them, showing empathy, showing everything with them to show that it is a country. On issue of, I think, with all this, for me, it is a question of how do we continue to ensure that our economy is productive. And I've shown that this economy can be productive. I'm a wealth creator. And what this country needs is people who can create wealth.
Yes.
People who have created wealth can manage it more efficiently.
Not looters.
Than allowing the country to be managed by those who have never created anything. Thank you.
God bless you. Human being.
Quiet in the hall. Quiet, please.